This is how I go to school. I have always gone to school virtually on a robot since kindergarten. During COVID, everybody went to school the way I do, and I didn't feel so alone. They could finally understand what it was like for me. Now in ninth grade, at a new school, it is even harder for me because I don't have any friends and nobody sees me. I've become invisible. I just wish people could show some compassion to me and other kids like me and come up to say, "Hi, my name is..."
I think it's a very important story that needs to be told, especially as someone who didn't really know what SMA was. Um, it really hit home for me when he was saying that COVID was the first time that he felt like other people could really understand what he was going through. And that's when it really truly sunk in that there are people living different types of lives that you never would have even thought possible, thought imaginable, and they're still getting through life and still making the most of even some unfortunate situations. So, being able to be educated on that and knowing that there are films out there that are for this purpose and for exposure and kind of getting the word out and making more people aware and less ignorant is absolutely phenomenal.
This piece gave a wonderful, insightful perspective on people living with the condition SMA. Not only did it tell us this story from a first person perspective, it allowed us to gain a full understanding of the condition because of this full person perspective. This piece felt personal and it felt motivated by a real passion and point of view. Um, because of that first person take, I think that really is what made this very unique.
His daily functions are impacted, therefore he attends classes virtually with help of a robot, hence the title of this short film, Slanted Perspective, because sometimes the camera is actually at a kind of a wonky angle when he's watching his lessons at home. I thought this short film was very important in in raising awareness and asking for compassion, especially from Aaron's peers, but also from the public in general, compassion towards those with disabilities and SMA in particular. Technically, I thought the short was great. There was a combination of photos and videos, time in Aaron's home, and then also videos that are almost like the broadcast of his time at school. So you really were able, the audience was really able to understand Aaron's daily situation. Also, the narration was via a synthetic voice generator. It was Aaron's voice. I thought that was really neat. The audience really felt like they were communicating with Aaron directly.
He uses a synthetic voice generated by a computer, and the film touches on the loneliness that he feels because of that, the friends that he's lost with us because of SMA, and the hope that he has for a better future and his life and dreams moving forward. I thought that the film was really well done. It was really impactful and moving and kept me captivated. The main boy in the story has such a powerful voice that I feel like is very inspiring and could be a message of hope to a lot of people.
These films and films like this have such a high value because they spread awareness, they spread perspective, they just shed light on something that unless you know somebody with a disease like that, unless you interact with the virtual robot, like in school maybe, like unless you have first-hand experience, it's not something you hear about. It's not something that really gets attention in the media. I think there's such value in that, and it should spread compassion and awareness. It's one of those things that makes you think, and maybe next time you do try and be more inclusive. Maybe next time you do try and interact or say hello or, go out of your way.
When it opened and we get that shot of the telepresence device, my first reaction was, oh, this is real. Then I was like, no, this is something science fiction, or this is this is a made up story. And then it becomes abundantly clear that this is a real young boy's life, and it's just so heartbreaking, and it's presented here so well. It's clear, and I think it was a lovely choice to have it entirely narrated by him and his synthetic voice, because it just reminds us that people suffering from these sort of this atrophy are still very much like us in every way that actually matters. I just think this is just really an incredible, important film to put out there, spread awareness, and hopefully help spread the kindness that people in his situation definitely deserve.